Yo guys, welcome back to another League Racing video on the channel. Today we are here with UFRL round number 10 I believe, and it is Monza, a track that I've not done since F122, which is a long time. That's an entire game and a half that I haven't raced this track, so I've got absolutely no idea what to expect from this race today, but we're just going to go out there and try and have some fun. I'll explain why there's been no videos and why we're now in round 10 of UFRL, around 6 rounds on from when the last video was uploaded. Basically, the season has been horrible. I have fallen off massively from my championship win in the end of 23. F124 has just not been my game. Like, it simply has not. I've raced every single time. I try and race as much as I can. I've got a motivation for it in this last week or so, and I'm racing all the time. But I have had a lot of internet issues, and for some reason my PlayStation keeps on kicking me out of lobbies, like just randomly, and it's DNF'd me from 2 races in the last 6 in UFRL. So not really sure why that was happening, but I know I've got it fixed, and this is the first race with that fix, so I'm going out there motivated because I know I'm not going to get randomly kicked. And I know that this race will actually be, hopefully, a true showing of my pace. You can see from this quali lap, we are about even, but we were very far down. We were about 2 tenths down throughout the middle sector. I had a horrible middle, but somehow we managed to claw back 2 tenths in Ascari alone. But on the exit here, we missed the apex a little bit, and we're going to run out of the RS up to the line, and we're just going to keep going down. And my teammate Bad Boy's in the call. He was P2, about just over a tenth behind Matthias in P1, and he invalidated really early, and he was gaining a lot in the laps, so he was really on for pole. He probably should have got it, but P2 is still not bad, and you can see that we're in P6. Like, I am much better than that. But I think the max in that lap was maybe P3. Maybe, which would have been fine with me. I don't expect to be getting poles with Matthias in the lobby. He's an ex-PSGL F2 driver, so I really don't expect anything when I qualify against him. We're going into the race now, and we're going to start in the medium compound. Everyone else is on the mediums. We're going to try and get a good start here. We're starting behind the bird, but it's 5 red lights, and away we go. We get an alright start, we pull away nicely, we don't gain, we don't lose, we're just in the middle. We're gaining a bit on deck, we're just going to move to the outside because we want to try and hang around the outside of a couple of cars. Deck gets boxed in on the inside, we're going to go around the outside, and on exit he decides to tuck in behind, and we are instantly up into P5. Using some of our battery now, we really want to get past Mano next, but he decides to defend and use some battery as well. We're on 0-0 wings on this setup, so we should be the fastest on the streets. We're going to pull to the inside, we get squeezed a bit to the inside. Mano just holds us on the inside, which is very hard racing, but it's nothing worth reporting. And we're still just sat in P5. We really don't want to be getting into too many scraps right now. I just want to get into a rhythm. I want to find out what the car is saying, what's going on. He's managed the ERS, and hopefully the race will come to us later in the stint and throughout the pit stop phases. Into Ascari, just going to follow Mano through. We just want to keep the ERS. Mano has a big snap. We just wanted to keep in the DRS, and that's definitely going to happen now. We do use a little bit of ERS on exit, but Mano uses a little bit to defend as well. And just based off this first lap, I think Mano is also running 0-0 wings, because theoretically I should be the fastest, but obviously people just running 0-0, we're going to match the speeds. It's going to be about ERS management, which isn't ideal. I don't like having to use all the ERS just to make an overtake. It's just not great. Up into turn 1, Bad Boy, my teammate, makes a move on Matthias for the lead, which is actually huge because usually Matthias is pulled away out of DRS by lap 1. He is leading the championship by double my points at the minute, and I'm down in 7th. I have not finished 4 races, which is probably worth the gap I should have. Or the gap I've got, I should definitely be up there in like P3. But oh well. Mano dips at the wheel in the grass, in the gravel, and we're going to go for a move. We're going to hold up the inside. There's nearly contact, but I just focus so hard on not making contact, because if I touched him with my front left, I would instantly be spun around, and my lap would be done. My race would be done on lap 2. We're going to move to the outside now, down to about 20%. We keep using, trying to hang around the outside, and Sky, he bakes very deep. He ends up going off track to defend, so he's definitely picked up a warning for that one. Deck is now close, with about a 10th behind, as you can see, he's right there. But luckily he's not going to go for a move, and he will probably just sit and wait. We are now moving on to lap 4. Up ahead, Bad Boy is getting overtaken by Matthias and the Bird. Bird and Matthias are very fast drivers. This is now a very competitive grid in UFRL, which we love to see. But unfortunately, I've just not been able to be up there as much as I wanted to. Mano, I'm putting pressure on Mano, and then he's making a move on Bad Boy, which forces me to make a move. Going to try and hang it around the outside through the left-right. There's contact. We're going very slowly. We managed to keep it clean, and we're going to tuck back in and stay in the train. We don't want to lose out. That's the main thing. My main fear about that was just dropping the DRS to Matthias, because then they would be gone. You can see that DRS is so powerful. It is only straights on this track, so it is just crucial that everyone stays together, else our race is pretty much over. Lap 6, Bird trying to make a move on Matthias, I believe, or it's the other way around. I wasn't really paying attention. But out of turn 2, you can see we're hanging back a little bit. We don't want to be involved in these fights. We've got max battery. Mano's making a move on the Bird, and he looks like he might make a move on Matthias as well. Now Bird drops down to P3, and through the left-right chicane, he loses the back end, and we managed to capitalize and make it through, and so does our teammate. We managed to both make a move on him and punishing him very much for his mistake, which is absolutely huge. You can hear us saying nice, congratulating each other. We just need to lock in. This is a very good chance for a result here. We're both on 0-0, we're both in the train, we're both keeping it clean. We're 3-4. No one else has their teammates up here with them, and this is a big race for us. But we actually get hit in the back. In lap 7, we get hit in the back into turn 1 by our teammate. He just completely misjudged where people would be braking, and he ends up getting damaged from that. Just as I was saying, how this was going to be a good race for us, he goes and plows into the back of us, giving himself wing damage, and the Birds ended up getting past both of us again, somewhat redeeming himself for what happened with his mistake on the last lap. And I'm wondering if it's going to be worth Bad Boy boxing for a new wing under this, not under a safety car. There's not a safety car. Maybe just the lap 11 undercut. Yeah, we're just seeing lap 11 undercut. Should he change his wing? But we're just going to see over the next few laps that he probably doesn't actually have to change his wing, because it's obviously a lot of straights on this track, so having a bit of wing damage actually gives you more straight line speed. Up ahead, the Bird makes a big move. They're backing up through turns 1 and 2, and we're just going to try and get a nice exit. We've got 90% battery, so we have the battery to make a move should someone make a mistake. Bird puts it into none, backs everyone up massively, and I'm just going to send up the inside of Mano, letting him know, hey, I'm here. I'm going to make a move if I have to. If it backs up too much, I will be making a move, which might make him think twice about sitting behind and saving his battery. And it also helps that I don't have to save battery, because I've done very well with my ERS management so far. Up ahead, Bird goes very deep. Everyone backs up, and you can hear me say, I'm going to go. We've got a massive run on all 3 cars. We're using all our battery, past 1, past 2. We see a gap. We're going to go onto the grass. It is 4 wide, going into Parabolica, braking as late as we can, 3 wide through Parabolica, and we make the move. And we have done a triple overtake, 4 wide on the grass, move for the lead. Insane. I know we're going to get overtaken now. Here comes Mano, here comes everyone. But luckily, we actually only have Mano challenge us, going 2 wide, front and behind us, for position. And that is the best overtake I've ever done. Triple overtake, 4 wide, wheels on the grass for the lead. I don't care if that wasn't the smart thing to do. I just had to have some fun. League racing is too boring, it's too plain. Matthias does get past us, but you can see now we're showing the plainness of league racing by tucking in behind Matthias, as to not lose DRS to P1. But just for a moment, we had some really good racing. And in the last lap, Actually, I forgot to say, I was too busy talking about the overtake. Bird boxed on the lap I made the overtake. He boxed lap 10, and Bad Boy boxed lap 11 the lap before this. This is now my box lap. We're going to just show ourselves to the inside of Matthias, maybe lose him a bit of time. Not really caring if it was the smart thing to do or not. But now braking for the pits, we are now in. We nearly speed. You can hear me breathing a sigh of relief. We nearly sped into the pit lane, and I probably would have just retired there and then. And I would not have the motivation I have at this current time to play F1. It's just I needed a decent race here, and that is so far what we're having. We come out the pits just ahead of our teammate who actually decided not to change his wing, and he was saying while I was in the pits, if he wonders if it was the right decision to not change his wing. He is struggling a little bit on his pace right now, just on the fresh tyres, not being in as much of a train. But hopefully, once everyone else boxes and we're all in the train again, it should come back to him, and everything should start to figure itself out. You can see the 2-lap undercuts worked very well for Bird. He is in P5. 2.4 seconds ahead, he is provisionally P1. Viva has decided to stay out. You can see him 6.8 seconds up the road. And Mano boxes, I let Bad Boy by. You can see Mano, we did box a lap before him, and we come out ahead of him, which is huge. And so does Deck, crucially behind. But I have a massive lockup, and I go off the track. It forces me to go over the sausage curbs. I lose so much time. Mano gets past Deck out the pits through to turn 1 and 2. And that has went horribly for us. And my teammate is saying, do you want DRS? And I'm saying no. Because he's got wing damage, I assume through this sector he's going to be a bit slower than me. So I'll be able to nag it back. But we're only gaining maybe half a tenth through the chicane. We're not gaining too much. We're just coming up to the DRS detection now, and we just get in by 15 thousandths of a second, which was very close, and I thought I might have sold the race. But luckily we managed to get back in. Matthias has stayed out. He is on the hard compound tyres, and at this point in the race I actually didn't realise that he started on a different strategy to us. So he's going to come out of the box now. We overtake him easily. We just also move past Bad Boy. And Mano looks like he's going to make the move as well. I don't think they do. Actually, I think they are side by side, to be honest. But Matthias comes out behind this entire train. He comes out 4 cars behind us, which is absolutely massive. But he is on fresh mediums. He is on the quicker tyres, and he's got here. He's in the DRS. If he was out of the DRS, of maybe the Hasses behind, then that would be alright. But it's not. He's going to have pace. Mano goes for the move on teammate behind in a very unusual position, and we come out behind. We actually come up to Viva and we make an overtake. But I'm thinking maybe after this I should have probably waited to get DRS, because on this next straight he is going to have the DRS and he's not boxing. He is fully staying out on a massive overcut to who he's racing, but he's decided to stay out again, and you can just see he's going to fly past us. We've got no ERS, we can't do anything. Mano's coming as well, and we're going to try and brake later, and we're going to try and hang it around the outside of Viva again. There's no space, but he's just got no grip. He's stayed out on his tyres so long, and now he's just holding us all up. Matthias gets past both the Haas cars. I think one of them made a mistake, and now Viva's just here, just holding us all up. Bird's getting away massively. He's definitely going to win this race. We look for the inside, and then Matthias comes around the outside, and it's all unraveling here. We were in such a nice position, and then Viva staying out, just causing chaos up front. He is nowhere near the fight for the lead. He gets no gain from this. Staying out this long is actually only hurting his chances against his rivals lower down. But we are going to make the move now. Going to try and follow Matthias through. And I didn't realise Bad Boy was coming across as well, so I came back across.
The fuck, man?
I think it was by me. Yeah, I think I was the late one to come over, and it nearly took my teammate out of the race. But now, lap 19, young lights, and Matthias actually has a massive snap. That's what we're talking about here. Matthias has a massive mistake, and we actually get back through, and we are still within DRS of Mano ahead, so we've just got a free overtake. Just simply because, but Lights has been DC'd. He is also another really fast driver. He would definitely be up in this fight, but he had the quali ban, and then he kept getting disconnected during quali and in the race, so he's just not able to fight right now, which sucks for him, and also sucks for the entertainment, even more so than what we've got going on right now at the front. But oh well, his lap cars, we've passed him. That's fine. But Matthias has followed us through on Mano. And you can actually see Mano and Bad Boy both have 3-second penalties, meaning that if either of them finish ahead of me, then all I have to do is finish within 3 seconds, and we should be alright to get that position back. But unfortunately, Bad Boy is actually 4 and a bit seconds behind us. His wing damage has been very bad for him. It's not worked well. We overtake Pucci, who is also a lapped AI ghosted car, who should probably also be up in this fight for the win. So it's just it's not alright in that. And also, Hazer's not in this race. Hazer has got a race ban for having too many penalty points, so he's also not here.
Why?
Mano's now going for a move into a Scoury. We let him get. He's a very late move across. We would be if we decided to keep it there, he would have just taken us out. But Matthias goes off track, and Matthias is out of the race, causing a safety car. And that fucks up my teammate's race a lot because he's got 3 seconds. But this has brought the race right back for me. I'm going to box to softs, and then we're going to be right behind the bird. And we're now in a fight for the win. Because Mano's got 3 seconds, we're going to finish within 3 seconds of him. We'll get that position. So as long as I can get past the bird in the final 1 or 2 racing laps, then this safety car has fully saved the race for me. Which is absolutely brilliant. And I'm not complaining at all. You can see we come out in P4, and that's because Deck has actually stayed out on the hards with a 3-second time penalty. The safety car is already in before people have a chance to catch up. But if you look ahead, in front of Bird, there is a disconnected AI car in front of us. And I've had very bad experiences in the past with doing a safety car restart behind an AI. They do not follow the car that goes. They slow down so much, and we're just hoping that it's not going to be the same. We're waiting for Deck to go, and Deck has now went. You can see he has driven, but now we slow down. Mano brakes, and then Pucci's not going, Deck's not going, no one is going, and I overtake before the line.
Great fucking restart, guys. Yeah, that's really good.
And we get 3 illegal overtakes. One of them on Pucci head, who is now miles behind, because why wouldn't he be? And it's just... It's just a horrible restart.
What the fuck was that?
That was one of the worst safety car restarts I have ever seen. It reminds me of Mugello 2020 or 2019 when Bottas went and then everyone else just stopped. Reminds me of that. I've got 20 seconds of penalties now for the contact with Mano when he brake checked, or when he had to brake. He didn't brake check, when he had to brake, because Pucci was braking and the bird was braking. I hit him, get 10 seconds. I overtake Pucci, he's miles behind. I can't give that position back. I gain another 10 seconds. And I have appealed both of those penalties, but I don't know as of yet if they're going to be removed. I should hope so. But when I raced, I had something like this happen to me in PSGL, like maybe a year ago now, and they didn't remove the penalty for overtaking the AI before the line. They didn't remove that, so I hope they look differently here. But now you can see that's really struggled. That's really messed us up in the fight for the win, because now Deck's moving away 3 seconds ahead. Link's got in front of us. He was like 6th, and now he's in front of us just because of the illegal overtakes. We've got no ERS either, so now we're just going to have to try and make a move. We brake a bit early, which lets Lynx get past us again, but then he just gives us absolutely no room on exit. And I think I might have missed the report window for this, but I didn't see that happening. I don't remember that happening, so I couldn't report it. But now Mano's here. Mano's just going to make the move, and we're going side by side. Lynx is going pretty slowly. He's making some mistakes, and up ahead, you can see that Bird and Deck are just flying away. They are definitely going to be out of the 3 seconds of myself. So even if I did get both of these removed, I don't think I would be able to get Deck on track, or in the end. Mano makes a mistake, so we're forced to go for another move, but he's just got more ERS, so he's just going to end up staying ahead. This race has just started off looking so promising, but driving and racing on Monza is just so frustrating, because it's just a battery game. It's just who's got more battery.
There's not even an argument that they didn't go because they fucking went. That is the biggest went I've ever seen.
You can hear me complaining, because it looked very obvious that Deckard went, and then obviously he also slowed down. It's not just Pucci's AI. he also slowed down. So I'm not sure how they're going to look at that. But we cross the track in P4, P5. I don't even remember P4 on track, but we're going to drop down to P11 because of the 20-second pen. And it's went from having one of the best overtakes of my entire racing career with that triple 4 wide overtake for the lead on the grass, whatever. All the buzzwords are there. But we end up finishing P11, and hopefully when that all finishes, I'll be P3 if I get the 20 seconds removed, because I think if I've done the maths, I finish P3 because of Mano's pen as well. That's not going to get removed. He had a lot of warnings. But yeah, it's a promising race. It was a good race. I got a good TikTok out of the move, to be fair. And hopefully this has also been a good video to watch. It was a very entertaining race, but unfortunately still wasn't what we wanted. We wanted the win, especially with the safety car at the end. But unfortunately, hopefully they also penalised the people, problems, or that were at fault for the safety car. But I don't know yet. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace.